Alright everybody, welcome aboard again. We are in a SR22 Turbo G5, head down to Salida, Colorado from Denver to pick up one of my clients.
Centennial Airport Formation Lima's now current wind 190, floor altimeter 3024.
That I dropped him off a few days ago in Salida. I did some training with him and his plane's here for maintenance here at Centennial. So it's just a quick pickup today. Talk a little bit about mount flying and a little bit of mount flying 101. So I hope you enjoy the video. Good morning, Centennial Ground, Cirrus 124 Charlie Bravo with Lima at Charlie 1 with a VFR Southwest departure.
And the Cirrus calling from Charlie 1. Verify information, Lima, and just say your call sign only.
November 124 Charlie Bravo with Lima.
Cirrus 124 Charlie Bravo, Centennial Ground. Now stand by. Let me see if 10 is available for you. Cirrus 4 Charlie Bravo, looks like I've got a 28 arrival. Runway 17 left, taxi via Alpha.
17 left via Alpha, Cirrus 124 Charlie Bravo.
Cirrus 4 Charlie Bravo, number 2 for departure, behind the Cessna, Monitor Tower slung.
Monitor Tower 4 Charlie Bravo.
Cirrus 124 Charlie Bravo, Centennial Tower, runway 17 left, lamp away traffic, a citation, and a 6-mile file.
Lamp away 17 left, Cirrus 4 Charlie Bravo. Alright, gauges in green, mixture boost pump flaps, landing lights, everything set to go, approach trends clear.
Challenger 5 Lima Foxtrot, turn right heading 300, contact Denver departure.
Okay, right heading 300, going to departure, 5 Lima Fox.
Cirrus 4 Charlie Bravo, wind calm, runway 17 left, clear for takeoff, southwest on course approved. Traffic upwind is a Cessna southbound.
Alright, clear for 17 left and southwest approved, Cirrus 124 Charlie Bravo.
Station 1 Mike Whiskey, wind calm, runway 17 left, clear land.
Clear land 17 left, 1 Mike Whiskey.
Gauges in the green, airspeed's alive.
Cessna 602, are you going to be straight south or are you going to be more southeast or west?
We headed due south, we're headed down to Santa Fe.
602, roger.
Pops up to 90.
Cirrus 4 Charlie Bravo, you can start southwest whenever you need for the Cessna head.
Alright, 4 Charlie Bravo, turn, thanks.
High, less than 1 mile.
Good morning, Denver approach, Cirrus 124 Charlie Bravo with a VFR request.
And Colin, Denver, who is calling again?
Cirrus 124 Charlie Bravo, 7 to the southwest of Centennial 9500, looking for a flight fall into Salida.
And 124 Charlie Bravo, Denver, squawk 0436, altimeter 3025.
0436 3025, 4 Charlie Bravo.
4 Charlie Bravo, ready to contact 9 miles southwest Centennial. And one more time, your type aircraft to Salida 90, what altitude do you want as well?
Yeah, position checks, currently at 9500, we're a Cirrus SR22 Turbo, and probably going to be between 10.5 and 11.5 going over the mountains.
Roger.
Alright, do climb checklist.
4 Charlie Bravo, and I don't recall the Salida identifier. What is that again, the 3-letter?
Alpha November Kilo.
Okay, thanks.
Alright, so just want to give you a few mount flying tips today. So I just crossed the front range in the Rockies on the way to Salida, which is kind of towards the southern end of the Rockies in Colorado. So today's not really a windy day, so nothing to really worry about crossing the front range. I have a 13 knot tailwind. But typically on a very strong windy day when the wind's coming out of the west, typically I like to cross the front range here at an angle, a 45-degree angle to the range, so that when you're climbing...
124 Charlie Bravo, contact Denver Center, 119 or 0.85.
11985, 4 Charlie Bravo.
Number 96603, radar contact, 1.
Good morning, Denver Center. Cirrus 124 Charlie Bravo with you, 11,500.
Cirrus 124 Charlie Bravo, Denver Center. Roger, the Leadville, altimeter 3032.
3032 for Charlie Bravo.
Number 4 Charlie Bravo, the Salida, altimeter 3042.
Thank you. So going back to that tip there, so I like to cross the front range about 45-degree angle so that if the wind is so strong and you can't outclimb, let's say it's a mountain wave or if it's just really strong winds, you have less of a turn to do to bail out back towards the flatlands as opposed to being 90 degrees. I'm sorry, perpendicular to the front range, you need to do a 90-degree turn all the way back around. So it gives you a little bit of an out in case you need to bail back towards flatlands if the winds are just way too strong. I climb up a little bit more to 12,000. I know it's not standard altitude for this direction, but got a little bit of a terrain ahead here. I just want to maintain obstacle clearance here. So when you're flying in the mountains, it's all about respecting the mountains. People take, people don't take a whole lot of care when they're flying in the mountains sometimes. They think it's just kind of fun to fly in canyons, and that's when they get in trouble and flying to the box canyons. Or they are not high enough above the terrain that the winds, shove them down close to a mountain ridge or something like that. So you really have to treat the mountains with respect, no matter how many hours you have, and you'll be safe if you have a lot of options, a lot of outs. Of course, being Cirrus, you have that extra padding of safety and security and sense of safety with the parachute. But obviously you want to take as many precautions as you can without having to think about the parachute to stay nice and safe.
November 4 Charlie Bravo, radar service terminated, squawk VFR, have a good day.
4 Charlie Bravo, squawk and VFR, have a good day.
Skywest 5699, contact Denver approach 120.35.
Denver approach on 120.35, you have a great morning, Skywest 5699.
Zulu, weather, wind, calm, stability, 10, clear, below, 12,000, temperature, -6 Celsius, dew point, -2, 1, altimeter, 3043.
Alright, so we're setting up for our landing here in Salida, about 14 miles out. So winds are pretty calm today. Typically in Salida it's pretty windy, or it can be really windy down here, especially when I dropped off this gentleman here a few days ago. So I like to plan my descents well ahead before getting into a mountain airport. Salida is kind of tucked in this little bowl here, surrounded by pretty tall peaks on all sides. So you also want to be under control on your airspeed as well as your altitude, and not do a lot of thermal cycling on the engine. So we're 12 miles out here, and I'm doing almost 200 knots over the ground, and so I want to make sure I get slowed up well before I start my descent, so the engine has enough time to cool off normally and not shock cool that engine. I'm just going to work that power back here. I have Salida inside out there at my 11 o'clock here. Start my descent down to pattern altitude, which I believe is 8,500 feet. Nice gentle descent. Nice thing about the G5 22 turbos is that my first notch of flaps speed there is 150 knots, so I'm doing 145 knots, so if I really need to slow down quickly and I'm in a pinch, I can just throw the flaps out below 150 knots, and it really helps out. But obviously being in the mountains, you want to be a precise flying pilot, so if you try and stay on top of your airspeed, you don't have to do that with the flaps there. I'm going to do a little bit of a ascent checklist here. Oxygen didn't need it, altimeter set, capping is off, landing line is on. Fire lever is set, mixture set, brake pressures are good. Before landing, seatbelts are good, fuel pumps on boost, mixtures working full rich. Laps as required, autopilot is still engaged. I like to leave the mixture back for descents in the mountains, because we're kind of on the back side of the power curve there, and it keeps the engine a little bit warmer. If you throw full rich going into descent, especially when it's -5 degrees C outside, it can really cool that engine off a little quicker than you want it to. Alright, so I'm over the ridge line. I'm going to go ahead and descend a little bit faster, 1,000 feet a minute. And start making my calls here soon. To Unicom. Salida traffic, Cirrus 124 Charlie Bravo, 6 to the northeast, descending out of 11,500. We're going to make left traffic for runway 24 Salida. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and hand fly it. CHGs are still 340, so actually go full rich now. And since the engine's still pretty warm, it'll give that a chance, the engine to cool off a little bit gradually. So coming into bowl-shaped valleys here, I kind of look for outs. You know, as I said earlier, in mountains, I always have alternatives and outs in case something goes wrong here. So this plane has plenty of power, so I'm not worried about out-climbing anything here. So you can see off our right wing, there's a nice wide open valley there. It's hard to see off the left wing, but there's a valley down there. So if I need to bail out for whatever reason, I have two very good options here. As you can see straight ahead, there's 12, 13,000 foot peaks. That's just not going to work if I climb that way. All right, temps are coming down nice and slowly. I'm going to switch fuel tanks one last time before landing. Currently on a kind of a left downwind here of the runway. I'm going to swing around and then join the left downwind for 24. Kind of join standard traffic. That'll also give me time to descend down to the appropriate altitude. So it's about 1,500 feet to go, the pattern altitude. CHC's down to 260, just need to maintain above 240, so that's looking good timing. I'm going to start turning here and join left downwind for 24. Still plenty of room between me and the ridgeline here. Nice amount of margin. Salida traffic, Cirrus 124 Charlie Bravo is going to be joining left downwind for 24 full stop Salida. Alrighty, so I still got a little bit of excess airspeed. I was able to drop about 20 knots, but I want to get slowed down a little bit ahead here since I'm still descending. Once I roll it on downwind here, I'm going to throw flaps 50 to help get it down if I need to. Alright, here's traffic pattern altitude. We don't need the flaps 50 just yet. The speed's gonna bleed off. Salida traffic, Cirrus 124 Charlie Bravo, left downwind, runway 24 Salida. Yep, speed's coming off, so that's good. CHGs are below 240, so I'm gonna add flaps 50. That way, if I need to, I can add a little power to maintain some airspeed. Looks like I'm the only one coming in today. Alrighty, be my touchdown point. Start releasing that power. Start that nice descent. There's an obstacle over here, a big smokestack, so I'm going to swing out a little bit wider.
Gunnison traffic, Bemidji 1933, Beach 99. We're about 20 miles east of field, inbound straight in 24, Gunnison.
Altitude.
3047, thanks a bunch, we'll see you in a few.
Salida traffic, Cirrus 124 Charlie Bravo is turning left base, runway 24 Salida. Alright, 100 knots, looking for 90 on the base. Still descending nicely through that turn. Looking out for the smokestack right here. Alright, roll out on base here. Flaps come full. Salida traffic, Cirrus 124 Charlie Bravo is turning final, runway 24 full stop Salida. Alright, turning on final here. There's a nice little cliff at the end of this runway that can give you a little bit of a surprise with the wind. So I'm going to carry a little bit of extra speed coming in here just in case there's maybe a downdraft or something like that. That way I can try and anticipate that. Alright, looks like winds are coming from the right just a little bit. Yeah, not too much though. I'm going to add just a little bit of left rudder, right aileron, correct for that wind. Maintain that center line. Wind just a little bit fast, but that's fine. Here comes a little cliff. Oh, nothing today. Really pulling that power back, looking at the other end of the runway, holding off as long as I possibly can, and there's touchdown. Alright, Fox coming up, mixture to the X. P2 heat off on the ground. Fly Charlie, Cirrus 124, Charlie Bravo is clear of the active, going to parking and fly. Alright, buddy, hope you enjoyed that flight. It was great having you along, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.